I'm Ijama. I'm the fashion designer of by Xnannah, and I've been designing since 2019, my senior year in college.
My name is Ja. I'm the fashion designer of the brand Rag Junkie, which is a sustainable fashion brand. And I've been designing with Rag Junkie since 2019, but I've been into fashion for over 15 years. Rag Junkie was developed in 2019. Originally, I was a brand called Get Ready With Me, but at the time, I just felt like the name wasn't really resonating with where I was headed. So I wanted to create something that was a little more fun and a little bit more of where I was at.
My brand it was originally Journey Remix, and I rebranded back in 2024 because I feel like I outgrew Journey Remix because I had it for so long in college. I'm like, it's over. I'm over that, and I end up coming with by Xnannah, and I've been with by Xnannah since 2024.
So the way that me and Ijama met, we share a mutual friend. So one of my really close friends, she would always talk about Ijama, like, oh, you've got to meet her. Like, she's cool. She dresses kind of like you. She reminds me of you. So I was like, okay, so she sent me Ijama's Instagram. And from there, she followed me back, and we would like each other's pictures, like comment and things like that. And we finally met up in person. She came to one of the fashion swaps that I was hosting in Houston, and we actually was able to meet face to face.
Through the mutual friend, she would always speak about how Ja was just so dope, and I was just looking at her and admiring, and I was like, yeah, I want to work with her. So that's how that happened.
So I really became like attached to the concept of sustainability after I started reselling. Originally started reselling like thrifted clothing and finds. And then when I started doing more research, I realized like, hey, this is actually making an impact, and how could I make more of an impact? So I decided to, instead of just thrifting, I kind of reduced my consumption by creating my own designs in a slower way. So the idea of sustainability to me has always been that we have everything we need. We just have to be creative and recreate more things if we want more things. So I kind of put that into my design work.
What drew me to it was basically being able to look at something and be able to redesign it into my liking instead of just purchasing it, going to purchase it, just using what I have to remake it, thrifting.
This show, the Courtside Fashion Show, it is our baby. We've been working really hard on this project for like the last 2 years. And what really drawn us to want to do this was simply like alignment. When she approached me with the idea of wanting to do a show, I was already, in that space. So it was like a no-brainer because I had been praying about it, and I was like, this is what I want to do. And when she approached with that concept, I was like, here we are. So this show is really for like our inner child. We grew up in South Park of Houston in the hood. So we're doing the fashion show at Sunnyside Park, which has like been like a staple for us. We didn't know each other as children, but she went to the park that I went to as well. So some way or another, I'm sure we crossed paths at some time. But this show is really for us about having fun, about us being able to like create unapologetically and not be restricted in, what we decide to showcase. We have some like influencers and things like that that we've invited out as far as entertainment. We're going to have like a halftime show, like it would happen at like an actual basketball game. So you can expect, a good time with that. And the show is really about us putting ourselves out there and not hoarding our art because we have a tendency to create and we just create just to create.
Yeah.
But now we're at a place where we want to showcase that.
This is something that it's important because this is something that I dreamed of and something that I always had in my head to like, this is what I want to do. And it's actually happening. And I want to show other girls, boys, that it is possible. It's possible.
They can contact us through email. My email is theragjunkie@gmail.com. Also, Instagram. My Instagram is rag_junkie. I do answer DMs and just, comments. I respond to comments as well. So if anybody's out there that's interested in partnering, interested in supporting our show in any type of way, we're always open to, hear everyone out. We love to work with our community. Our community is everything, and without our community, we would not be able to do this show.
And you can find me on Instagram at @xnannah. So that's XNNANNAH. And email is going to be ijamanana@gmail.com. It's pretty long, so it's going to be IJEOMANNANNA@gmail.com.
I feel like we have the potential to expand and maybe potentially make this like a yearly thing. It's a lot of work, that goes into these shows, and it's also very like emotional process to be going through because we have been, like I said, working on this for so long. So I think that we're finally just ready to get it out there, but we're always open to what's to come in the future.
This is my very first piece I created in 2019. I can't really hold it up. This is denim that I thrifted and a blanket I thrifted. Okay. Patches off of jeans, shoulder pads, all type of materials that I thrifted and put them on pants. I wore a blazer with it, crop blazer, or you can do maybe a white tee, cropped, or just a plain oversized t-shirt. The shoes, sneakers, or you can wear a pair of heels.
So I have this denim hat. It's a jabot, and to me, this is like. So I've created probably about 25 of these hats, but none of them that I've created are the same. But this was the original hat, and it was just like a sample that I created. I was in my studio, and I just wanted to kind of relax and just do something, that kind of was symbolic to a time period. And a lot of Black culture can relate. The younger generation for sure can probably relate to jabot, like wearing jabot jeans and things like that. So I found some jabots at the thrift store. I hit the jackpot that day. I found like 4 pairs at one time, and I couldn't believe my eyes. But I decided to rework them and turn them into something that I knew would be something you could potentially wear a little more often. So I created this hat, and when I created this hat, it went viral. It was a viral moment. A lot of people didn't expect to see, like, was like shocked. Like, is that jabot? That's the question I get all the time when even if I wear it out, somebody's like, is that jabot? Like, so this is just one of my proudest moments. It's very simple, but it's very like meaningful. This is a vintage Letterman jacket. Left most of the details on there. Whoever this belonged to was clearly in the drama club or something. of some sort, some type of actor or actress. And I decided to make it more modern, and I decided to crop it. I like to use vintage materials, but I also like to keep some of the like remnants of whatever I'm creating, so you can kind of tell like where it like originated from. So a lot of the times I won't change a whole lot of things if it's something that I really think is like very interesting. This is a cropped, oversized, extra long sleeve hoodie jacket. Has a huge hoodie, and I actually collected crochet blankets for over a year and finally decided to take them and rework them into this jacket. We don't need to per se mass produce things. Also, we don't need to like over consume in a way. Even as a designer, it's like, I'm not gonna be making 20,000 of this item. The Courtside Fashion Show is June 22nd. It's gonna be at Sunnyside Park in Houston, Texas. And it's gonna be from 4 to 7 p.m. We hope that you all are interested and excited, and we hope that you can join us on that day. Like I said, we've been putting our heart into this project, and we just want you to see it.
You can find the tickets and the link in our bio on Instagram. Like we said, Instagram is by Xnannah and Rag _Junkie. We do answer DMs as well.
I was just gonna say the website is thriftculture.simpletix.com.
Okay.
We also have it posted on Eventbrite if you come across it on Eventbrite. And we also have it posted on the app Posh. So if you're familiar with that app, you can find it there as well. But direct link is thriftculture.simpletix.com.